What's up, everybody? This review, we're taking a look at the Toylanta 2025 exclusive. This is from the Four Horsemen Studios. This is the Artillery Team Leader, or ATL 25. Such a cool name to kind of have an exclusive for the show. Um, this guy is not really part of the Mythic line or the Cosmic line. Just something that they took some of their like parts from the library that they use in their lines and put this awesome decal on him, and released him as an exclusive. Now this guy as an exclusive does come with a couple of extra parts. They are releasing this guy as a single card non-exclusive version that is missing, I believe, the shield and some other stuff. We'll get into that. But yeah, I think the packaging looks cool. But then you've got him here. You can see the window. You can see all the little parts, everything like that. You can see a bio. And yeah, they even talk about it there, which is really cool. You got the back. Got him showing a little bit of, a little photography. ATL 25. Got the other side, broken wall. Then you come back to the front where you got the main packaging. And yeah, it looks awesome, but let's get them open and check them out. So when you get them out of the packaging, it comes in two clamshells. So here you have the main body with a couple of the accessories, weapons. And here you have some of the other accessories. You get different arms, shoulder pads, rifle, ammo belt. You got the different head sculpts. You got everything separated really nicely. All right, so here's that 2025 Toylanta exclusive ATL 25, the Artillery Team Leader, outside of the packaging. And it looks pretty cool. I like this design. That is cosmic parts, but just the paint job just gave it a whole other feel. I mean, it looks really, really cool. I like it a lot. Something that fits in with like military style figures, and then you can army build it. So he comes with quite a bit of accessories because you can alter his look and pretty much, again, army build him. So, Four Horsemen's, Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, they're all use these system where you can just interchange parts and mix and match and make your own figures and characters and just be really creative about it. And that's a really cool thing. So here we've got some of those accessories. You've got an alternate head sculpt. So you got this alien head here. There's the face. Got the eye in there. Really nice paint. The green, the browns really give it that military style. And it is futuristic look, so pretty cool. We got some shoulder armor pauldrons. Just slide those on him. Nice green. You got the silver for the bolts. And there's also like brown in there. It's weird. It's not weird, but like I don't know, dirty, which is pretty cool. Really nice little touch there. You've got these different upper arms. Tan with that dirt in there, that brown in there, the wash. Looks really good. Look at that texturing in there. Just look at that. Brings out those folds like crazy. And of course, these are upper arm attachments. So yeah, they'll replace his arms. And now you got a completely sleeved instead of showing skin character. You throw that head on, and you've got yourself an entire other character just like that. You got his backpack, which this thing, I like the design of it. Looks really cool. I like the colors. Where they're at, I mean, that looks really beautiful. I love backpacks anyways, but this is pretty cool. Look at that side. Look like gears there for how this would maybe open. Really awesome. So cool. I like that a lot. Some binoculars. I believe these are binoculars. I could be totally wrong. Because that has that right there, which looks like a spot to plug in somewhere. So we'll figure that out. Get a pistol, which looks really good. You've got this nice gray with some black paint in there. Nice silver on the end, like the flashlight. Really nice design. Got a couple of hands. Let's see. Trigger for your hands, both sides. That matte black silver buttons. Some of my favorite hands, slightly open. The texturing on the back looks good. You got these little clear pieces that are used to hold attachments to him. So they'll plug into like a weapon and then plug into like somewhere on his body. So that's what those clear parts are if you're ever curious about that. Get this ammo belt, which looks really nice, a really nice gray. Flexes really good. Get another style belt. And all of this extra stuff is for customizing, you know? This will help hold some different parts on him. Plug it into the back. You got the big rifle. I think that's where this plugs in. So more like, I said binoculars, but looking at this piece, I knew it was going to plug into something because of the rectangle end. But well, we'll take a look at this. This is an awesome design here. I like that tan color. The silvers are nice. All throughout the sculpt is nice. Look at it. Added a little piece of green here, that green wire. Nice little touch of detail there. This is really beautifully done. These have like little flecks on it to make it look like it's worn pipes. This thing is awesome. This looks really cool. The detail in this thing alone is like, wow. And then this part right here matches up. Plug that in. It's the end of the rifle, which is pretty cool. And of course, you want to heat up your stuff in. You'll be able to plug everything in better. You don't want to risk breaking anything, but that slid in. Maybe I can get that a little farther. Yeah, that looks good. This part here, I'll have to figure that out in a moment. Got his other rifle, a little more classic looking. Got your scope on top. Nice paint throughout. Looks amazing. Really sturdy plastic. Loved that. Nice silvers throughout. Just amazing. That looks so good. Now, this is the Toylanta exclusive version. So it comes with some extra parts. We've got this here and this staff here. And it connects. And then you've got your staff. Really awesome. You get another head sculpt. That's not available on the version, normal version. This is only for the exclusive again. We've seen this head before. And then you get this really cool shield, which we've seen before. But it says ATL 25 on it. And that colorway is really cool to me. I love those colors. You got the handle. I'll probably heat that up and then throw that on there. Don't want to snap nothing. But yeah, that looks really cool. Really awesome. Love it. And those are your 3 exclusive parts for this particular version of the artillery team leader, the ATL. So now we'll take a look at him himself. All right, so for this team leader, we've got pretty cool head sculpt. You got the beard, darker skin tone, the eyes look good. You got this armor. You've got this part painted to be cloth. And it also has the same detailing as the arms, which have that wash in there that makes it look dirty. Really nice brown and green belt. You got the clasp painted differently. Check that out on the side. Knee pads. Boots. Look good, dirty. The detail in this guy with the paint is just wild. The paint does so much. You see a lot of figure companies that have like a lot of detail in their figures, but that gets lost because there's no paint, so everything just looks really plain, simple. But having all this paint and the little wash and just brings out so much. I mean, you did so much to sculpt this thing. Why not bring it out? And I mean, look at those folds. That part is so like dirty, grimy. Just so nice. Got the buckles on the back. Right here. Really cool. So yeah, that's it for a look at him. Articulation wise, he's just on a ball joint. So right there. The head's just gonna roll around as much as you got space. You know, as long as the sculpt doesn't get in the way. So you can look up. He's looking up further. Of course, it looks a little weird from here, but from the front, it doesn't look bad. You can always pose this guy to look better. Looks down, the beard starts to get in the way. Looks good. Of course, you got your tilt. A lot of tilt. No butterfly joints, nothing like that. You got your T-pose. Your rotation, which I don't like. I wish they would put a joint here in the upper arms. You've got a single jointed elbow. That bends pretty nice. It bends pretty good. And of course, you got a joint here, mid forearm. Then the peg, hinge, everything in the wrist. And one thing I'll say I don't like about it that it doesn't have the upper bicep is when you throw like a punching pose. It just looks weird because only that part is like rotated and the bicep is still like straight up and down, like it didn't really roll. So it just doesn't look right. Only get a ball joint for the waist. So forward about that far, back way back. So you go so far back because of the sculpt. So you can only go that far forward, which is okay. But compared to the back, I mean, you go so far back that you expose a little joint in there. I wish you could lean way forward. I love ab crunches. But that's not terrible. That just looks crazy though. But that's not terrible. That's not terrible. You just got to kind of move the belt out of the way and you can get a little bit further. Leg goes forward about that far. Goes back. With eye cut. Single jointed knee, but it gets pretty good range. Was hoping for a boot cut, no boot cut. But you get the peg, hinge, pivot, everything in the ankle. And that is it for his articulation. Now let's throw a little bit of different gear on him and get some posing in. All right, so here's the team leader with that heavy gun on him, and it looks awesome. I mean, he looks crazy. He looks Really cool. I love that gun. Look at that chain belt just going around connected to that backpack. Looks wild. Really cool. Take that off of him. Like the backpack. Take the rifle. Throw that in his hand. And he's got trigger finger hands too, so that'd probably be better to throw on him. I'll leave it as like his sidearm. So here we got him with the rifle in his hand. Got the pistol right there. Using the clear part, again, you're going to connect it into the little circle ports like that. Connect it in there. And then put it wherever you want to. So you can put it on this waist here, that one. I see a port spot right there. So he looks awesome like this, just backpacking. Take that head scoop. Maybe they all wear something like that. Maybe you don't want to use that. Again, we can take this, connect it in here. Maybe be a store on them like that. And how cool is that? You could store everything on them. There's even a part right here that you could store a spot. So you take that pistol out of there. And that's pretty cool. So nothing's here on this side flaps. Of course, you've got these little armor bits that you could throw on there. Kind of how it would look. I'll mess around with that here. Here he is with those shoulder pauldrons on. That head sculpt. Pop that off. That one on. Of course, they'll flex to up and down to give you help you with your range of motion in that arm. All right, so I was going to show both of these arms on him, but I ended up actually getting two of the same arms in the packaging. So they both bend upwards. They're both left arms. So I'm going to have to send the studio a message to their, so they can help me out. And their team is really good about helping, fix everything if they can. These parts aren't exclusive, so that's a good thing. They just got to have the stock to be able to swap them, I guess. Or maybe they got extra parts. I don't know. Probably. I don't know how they do it. But yeah, I just need to get a right arm because I got two lefts right there. So, but that's what it looks like, one on each side. And here is that ATL 25 with the exclusive parts on. So we've got the shield in his hand. We've got that mace, baton, staff. We've got the other head sculpt, which they all look really good. And you can kind of see him peeking through that window there. And there is no glass there, if you're wondering. But it does come off like that. The shield design looks really nice. It looks really cool. Yeah. Imagine a bunch of these locked shields, just kind of, doing riot control. Maybe those are like tasers on the end or something. Looks really cool. Yeah, how awesome is that? Backpack. So really cool. This part actually looks like it links into that shield. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it looks like it does. And like you would use maybe one of those C clamps to attach onto the end of this one. I'm assuming that's what it's for. Didn't put the other belt on, but that's it again. Just slide stuff through there. I guess you could slide it around his shoulders if you want to, but you get to be really creative with these. And then we've got this part here that'll let you hold some different items a different way. Pegs right into his back. Maybe do some attachments. But yeah, that's it for his accessories. That's it for, pretty much the look at him. Let's do a little bit of comparisons. Here he is next to a skeleton, Mythic Legions, and the Templar Knight earlier version. They size really well together. I mean, look pretty cool. Imagine this guy landing on an off-world and then having skeletons come at him or something. I really love that look, man. I might leave him like that. That looks so cool. Just looking at it, I got sidetracked there. Let's see. We've got Heavy Duty laying right next to me. I mean, see, you got like the military camo. You got Heavy Duty here. They look like they could work together. Like, really cool. You take some of the more futuristic parts away, but I mean, Joe's used random stuff too. He's not that much larger than Heavy Duty. He is bigger, but I mean, I think they could work in just fine in certain displays. What else we got? Max Spidey's laying here. He's larger than that. Mythic Legions are, a larger scale. What else we got? Oh. We got a little Savage Crucible laying here. So again, just as a soldier that landed on a off-world. And they're about the same height, same size. Looks like they would fit right in together. So really cool. Yeah, I think that's it. Let me grab one more thing. And here he is inside of my watchtower from Duarte Studios. Looks really cool. Fits right in there, perfect. So that's going to be it for this review. Overall, I really like this figure a lot. The camo is done really nicely. The color palette, like the choice, are really nice colors. I like that brown. I like that green. Just really, really cool. And then this one being the exclusive, coming with these other options. Really nice. I love the shield and I love the staff here. The head sculpt is I'm kind of mixed on. Not bad though. I think I prefer it more than the one that will come with it in the normal version. I think I do like this one a little bit more if I had to pick one. So I guess I really like those extra accessories. It comes with a bunch of hands, the different weapons. That gun looks amazing. So just a really awesome figure overall. I mean, so many different options. You can put the sleeves on him. Again, mine did come with the two left arms, which I got to get in touch with their customer service about it. See if I can get an arm by chance, just for when I'm building. I mean, if not, I'm going to be army building, so I'm sure I'll have like other arms laying around. But yeah, be good to have. But yeah, I think it's a real cool figure with a lot of fun factor in there. The different things you can do. Probably try to find some arms that kind of match my skin tone or something, and put a custom head sculpt on there for myself. Just because he looks really cool, and I think you can even put him in with other military type displays, your Joes and that sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, just a lot of fun. Looks really good. The paint looks amazing. The articulation is better. Um, I wouldn't say it's quite Valiant Knight type stuff, but it isn't bad. I think it's gotten better, the range of motion anyways. Of course, I would love that upper bicep cut, and everybody would have their own nitpicks and stuff, but I think it gets the job done pretty good. Of course, I hope they do keep pushing it a little bit more in the future. um, but other than that, yeah, that's it. I really like this figure. I'm going to keep messing with this, probably going on my shelf like this, because I think that's just a really cool pose with the shield, and then kind of pointing the staff at you like, hey, if you don't back up, you're about to get it. Just really cool look. But I'm also mixed because I love this heavy gun on him. So we'll see. But that's why you get extras. And there is another version again, so you can find him on the website, I believe, still. Um, doesn't come with those accessories. Just keep that in mind. Hopefully, I showed you enough to help you decide whether you want it or not, or if you even need to hunt down this exclusive version. I'm glad I did. I really wanted that, these exclusive parts. Um, but maybe they don't appeal to you, or maybe whatever idea you have in mind, you won't need it. So you can go for the other version, which I believe is, um, at this time, just a little bit cheaper, maybe 10-15 bucks cheaper, something like that. And if you're lucky, if you can catch these guys at a show, maybe you can catch this exclusive version there. So as always, hope it helped you out in some way, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Later.